Over the last few weeks, Emmerdale fans have watched as Bob, played by Tony Audenshaw, and Bernice, Samantha Giles, have been getting ready for their new business venture after beating Nicola Wheeler, and Jimmy King, Nick Miles, to buying the property. Although their glitzy launch turns into mayhem and scenes next week as Bob is accused of cheating on his wife. Emmerdale fans were thrilled when the unlikely duo decided to team up and buy the bed and breakfast from Eric Pollard, Chris Chiddell. Although they nearly missed out on the business venture with Bernice's sister Nicola Wheeler, who threw her hat in the ring to try and take over the property. As things got heated between the siblings, resulting in a hilarious food fight, Eric decided to give the business to Bernice and Bob after they flogged their possessions for extra cash. With the duo busy making preparations for their grand opening, it looks as though things take a turn in scenes set to air next week as the launch descends into chaos. Bob is left deflated after learning Bernice has booked a harpist, who she clearly fancies, to be their act for the opening night. Adding to the stress of the launch, his teenage daughter Kathy, Gabrielle Dowling, has a frustrated outburst which results in him suggesting she stay somewhere else, making her outraged. The next day, his daughter is left humiliated as she accidentally destroys the cake Mark Charnock, had brought over. Fleeing the bed and breakfast in tears, Bernice tries to calm her down as Bob is utterly frazzled by the challenging series of events. Wanting to help, Bernice gives Kathy an amethyst pendant which she tells her will help with stress. Although the crystal fails to work, she loses her temper with Bob. Trying to apologize for what just happened, Bob confesses he'd rather she kept away, making the situation worse. Furious at her dad, she stamps and crushes Bernice's pendant as she descends into confused tears, not understanding why she's feeling like this. With the grand opening day finally here, Bernice awakes blissfully after spending a steamy night with Tim the harpist. However, she's sprung into action after realizing she's overslept. Unkempt from last night's antics, Bernice manages to cover for her absence with an exasperated Bob as they later wait for their first customers to arrive. Although, with the harpist nowhere to be seen, Bernice tries to cover for Tim as she quickly takes to her new role as hostess when people start to appear. However, the new business owner is left floored when Bob tells her that he's just found the harpist dead. Later on, the duo are having a conversation as Wendy, Susan Cookson, mishears and thinks they've slept together, leaving her devastated that Bob has cheated. Knocking on Wendy's door, Bob's horrified when she doesn't let him in and accuses him of having an affair. Dumping ice-cold water over him in a rage from the upstairs window, Bob is left soaking wet when he arrives back at the bed and breakfast, leaving Bernice bemused at his appearance. Although when she hears of the situation, she's left outraged by the accusation as Bob believes she's going through menopause. Hearing her friend's admission, Bernice is quick to form a plan to intervene as a worried-looking Kathy turns up to speak to Bob. Emmerdale airs weekdays at 7:30 p.m. on ITV1 and ITVX.